say this. It is an honor to speak with you. Uh, I can't back it. It must have been the early 90s, late 80s. I was a huge fan of boxing. I had a scrapbook that I used to, cut pictures out of the Toronto Star
Yeah,
of boxers, and I think it must have been, Morgan Campbell, right?
Morgan Campbell.
The agent. Yeah.
He used to
Morgan.
he used to write for the Star. He writes for the CBC now. He
Yeah,
did,
yeah. Morgan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
maybe I saw because he does some boxing commentary, and I think I saw him speaking with you, or maybe had a picture with you, or
Yeah.
something. And I go, "Oh my goodness, Donovan Boucher! I remember that name, man." From and I said, and so I said, I wonder if he'd be open for a chat. So
Oh yeah, I'm always open to anybody that's involved in boxing want to talk to the fighters. I don't see why not.
yeah.
It's a great run that I had, and I like to know that people could hear what the fighters had and their accomplishment and their everything that they did in the sport of boxing. It's nice to reveal it. Why keep it a secret?
Yeah, for sure. Well, let me ask you this. How did you? I know you started at Sully's gym. Uh,
No, Sally's Gym. No, actually,
no.
I started Toronto Newsboys. Toronto Newsboys. Some people might not get these
Okay.
correct information, but the Toronto Newsboys that was at Queen and Bathurst back in the days.
Wow.
Toronto, Tony Unitas. Tony Unitas Gym.
Okay.
It's called Newsboys Boxing Club.
Is it still there?
No, no, no. It's not there no more.
Oh
It
my
was right.
God.
It was basically right beside the Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was like a couple of blocks east of Bathurst on Queen Street. Tony
Wow.
Tony, Tony United's boxing. That's where I started. Because my friend used to go there all the time, and he brought me down there, and I really didn't want to go, but
So your friend was interested in boxing. You were just hanging out.
yeah. Well, my friend was Egerton's brother. Egerton Marcus'
Oh,
brother, Chris
yes,
Chris
dude.
Amos. Yeah. So
No,
it's all
Edgar.
coming together.
See, he's another one of those guys. He was, yeah, I remember him in the Olympics. Well, he
Yeah.
went to the Olympics, didn't he?
Yeah. Silver.
Silver
Sil-
medal.
si- yeah. Silver medal. And Lennox had 88. I think it was 88 Olympics. Lennox had the gold medal, and Egerton had the
That
silver.
was the same. That was the same games.
Yeah.
Oh
Same
wow.
game. Yeah. Same
So
game.
Egerton's older brother was your buddy.
It was much. Yeah. He trained me for a while. While
Okay.
while while in Canada. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
his name
God.
was Chris. His name was Chris Amos,
The
and
name rings
he
a bell,
trained.
but I'm not so familiar. The name rings a
Yeah.
bell.
Yeah, Chris Amos, he was a good fighter himself too back in the days, and he started at the Newsboys, and he brought us along. He kept asking me to come down and check him out, and so it just evolved that I was playing other sports. I didn't really want to get into boxing, but eventually I just said, "All right, fine, I'll come down and check it out." And
And what drew you to that? Because that's not. I mean, it's not easy training for boxing.
no, it's not. I didn't want to get hit in the face. That's number one. I didn't want to get hit. Period. I mean, people think that, oh yeah, fighters want to get hit. No, they don't want to get hit.
No.
I mean, I wanted to learn the craft. I
Yeah.
wanted to learn the craft of the sport. What I mean, they say you do the hitting and don't get hit, and it was something that I was fascinated with. Because watching, I mean, Ali back in the days on TV. I mean, watching Big George Foreman, watching Sugar Ray, watching all those good fighters back in the days.
Yeah.
It was something that, I mean, I'm like, wow, shit. One day, Wild World of Sports that was on.
Oh my God. ABC.
You know,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, fascinated by it.
That is amazing. So you join. I remember there's that quote that they always say that Mike Tyson always says, everybody has a plan till they get hit in the face or something, right?
There you go.
Is that Mike Tyson?
That's Mike Tyson.
That's Mike.
Everyone's got a plan until they get hit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then oops, change of plans. Now,
Yeah.
when I always thought similar to Egerton that you were in the Olympics, or that you were like you had an amateur career. Is that did you
Uh,
were you
Yeah, no, no. See, a lot of people don't know. Okay, I had an amateur career. You
yeah.
know, I had about 86 fights, 86 amateur fights,
86.
and yeah,
Jeez.
86. Hey, that's not a lot. Guys having 300. You know, I mean, guys are having 500 fights. The Mexican amateur fighters,
Oh
they're
my God.
having lots of fight. Yeah, you know, they're having lots of fight. But anyway, in as me as far as the amateur, it was like it was a lot of politics in the amateurs.
Okay.
A lot of politics. To fight in the Canadian team, it was like politics galore. You know what I mean? So you know, we fought Ontario. We fought for the
Who your
Ontario.
friends are and who you know and
Yeah. So basically, you know, what I mean, you gotta really knock guys out to go to Olympics. But anyway, what do you want to know from that? You want to know everything from? Yeah. Let me know where you
yeah,
want to go.
no, I'm just because I was and I thought maybe I got it wrong and I go, no, I'm sure he like so tell me about your amateur career then. Donovan, like eight
Yeah.
now to you it's 80 plus fights is not a lot in amateur, but like how often are you fighting? How long was your amateur career?
Oh, at least maybe 5 years because you know I turned pro. I
That's a lot of
turned
fights
pro.
a
No,
year
no,
compared to
no,
today.
no. Maybe like 'cause I started training back in when I was 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
Four- four- 14, 15, 14, 15 years old,
Yeah.
and I had yeah in that time frame, yeah, I had about 86. So, you know, I turned pro at when I was 24 years old.
Wow.
Well, maybe you know, amateur maybe was, you know, maybe 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe around 10 years in the amateur career.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
And you knew you wanted like you knew this was it for you. This is it got
Oh,
the boxing bug got you.
well, not really. Well, I knew I wanted to play I was good at soccer, football,
Yeah.
and you know, I mean, like American football, I was good at. I was good. I was playing hockey also too. Um, uh,
Really? Okay.
yeah, I was playing hockey. We won the
Yeah.
TWS AA championship. I scored 2 goals in the finals. Yeah, we won that. I remember that. Yeah, I got news clipping of that. You know what I mean?
Nice.
It's not a thing that you just make up. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you know, yeah, so I was involved in lots of different sports. You know, I never really wanted to be a fighter. My mom didn't want me to be a fighter. You know, what I mean, my mom she goes, "Oh," I didn't tell her until like after. I'll tell you the story later on. But yeah, I just wanted to be involved in some kind of sports. Coming from Jamaica, you know, what I mean,
Hmm.
I came up from Jamaica,
Yeah.
and it was rough going back in the days. You know, it was rough going back in the days. You know, you get lots of fights in school. You know, what I mean, it wasn't easy, but
Yes.
you know, you used to get picked on. So, you know, I wasn't the tallest guy. I wasn't the biggest guy. My sister was bigger than me. My sister used to protect me in school. She
Okay.
was big. I got my mom's size. My sister got my dad's side.
What you
My
did.
dad my dad was big, but I'm you know
Yeah.
I just got my mom. And yeah, I never really wanted to get involved in the fight game until my buddy just kept harassing me to come down to the gym. Come
Yeah.
on, Butch. Come down. He called me Butch because that's my middle name. Well, that's my made up name,
Yeah.
nickname.
Yeah.
And so he goes, "Come on, Butch. Come on down. Let's go down to the gym, man. You will like it." I said, nah. Not interested. Nah. He kept asking me, hounding me over and over. And I said, eventually, I said, "All right, fine, fine. I'll come down check it out." So I went down. I went check out the gym, Bathurst and Queen,
Yeah.
just east of Bathurst, like I said. And I went in there, and Tony Unitas, the owner of the gym, you know, he saw me and he goes, hey, yeah, little man. Hey, how are you doing? We have an amateur fight coming up here next week and a half. Would you like to take part? I said, excuse me? Take part? But I didn't even train in boxing. I didn't train boxing. So, I've been around my friend watching on TV and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and um, I uh, I uh, I said, okay, fine. Because he kept bugging me, like, yeah, man, you look good. You look physically ready to, you know what I mean, like you could do something. So I said, really? He goes, yeah, we have a fight next week. A week and a half. I said, okay. Yeah, me, a kid, you're like, yeah, you're like, yeah, you could do anything. You feel invincible. So I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, so I trained for a week and I got into an amateur fight. And the funny thing, I won that amateur fight, and then
Yeah.
from then on, I started training with Chris at the gym, and we got more fights, and I kept winning and winning, and so on and so on and so forth and so forth. Fight, me and fighting the amateur, fighting on Ontario's. I fought against Dwight Frazier. He was tall. He was a tall 6 foot, 6 foot welterweight, and because I was
Wow,
one
skinny.
40. Yeah, 147. We're 147. That was my weight class. That
Okay.
was my weight class. So yeah, I just take it from there, and I fought for the Ontarios. I got close, but I didn't win it because here's the politics. You have to win the Ontarios, then you go to the nationals,
Yeah.
right? So I couldn't get past Dwight. I couldn't get
Okay.
past Dwight. So Dwight he won the Ontarios, but I went another route. I said, listen, since I'm that good in the amateurs, I want to fight for the Olympics. I want to go to the Olympic Games. I want to go to the highest
Yeah.
achievement possible that I could do, and that was the Olympic Games. So I said, they heard of me. I don't know, I guess friends or trainers, and Jamaica. They call. I said, "Would you like to come
Oh,
down for Olympic trial
okay.
in Jamaica?"
Yeah.
And so Dwight didn't get on the team. Dwight didn't get on the Canadian team. So I said, Dwight, listen, let's go down to Jamaica and try out for the national team. So it was me and Dwight. So they called me to come down there. So I called Dwight. Said, Dwight, you want to do this? But you go fight for Jamaica? So I said, yeah. I said, okay, all right, cool. Let's um let's go down. They called us. We went down. We went down to Jamaica. The trials. I was going for 147, and they wanted Dwight to go 139. That's the division that those you could try out for a
Yeah.
Jamaican team to go to the Olympics at the time. So I said, okay, I'll fight 47, you fight 39. So we went to Jamaica. And then after that, long story short, we went to Jamaica. And Dwight says, listen, I can't make 39. Can you go down to 39 from 147?
Yeah.
I said,
That's a
no,
lot
I
of weight
can't
to
make
cut.
30. I can't make 39. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You usually fight at, that weight. 39. I mean, because he could get down. I can't. So anyway, we start bickering back and forth. I mean, you do it. No, no, you do it. No, I'm not going down. You do it. No, so eventually I said, okay, fine, cool. I'll do it. I mean, bad move on my part. I went on to 139. I was weak. I felt, I mean, not myself. And
Yeah.
Dwight, what he fought at 147, my division and his division. So anyway, he he won. He won the Jamaican title.
Yeah.
He went to the Olympics for 84. I fought 139. I lost to the champion. Came back home, and I was depressed, for the longest time because we bickered. They called me to go at 47, and I called him to go 139. And it was a tough situation for me.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Okay.
I was weighing my option. I'm like saying, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to stick around for another 4 years to go to the
Yeah.
Olympics. stick around until 88. I said, nah. So, what I did, I came back, I turned pro, um, I turned professional, and he went on to the Olympics. He didn't win any medal, but he fought in was it Los Angeles,
LA and
84
84.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought in and he didn't win. He got knocked out early. And
Okay.
so that was that. So that was that was something that I really wanted to do, was fight in the Olympics,
Yeah.
and I didn't get the chance. I didn't get the chance to attain that goal, and so I was very, distraught and the whole 9 yards. So,
There's
any
there's
question you want to ask?
there's a lot, Donovan. I want to stick to that sort of. There's a theme as I was reading up on you. There was another incident that happened. Um, I don't know, somebody from one of the commissions apparently
Yeah,
got hold of a brain scan or something and saw some
yeah, yeah.
shadows, and you were
hmm
like in your prime, you were
yeah.
out of boxing.
For 10 years when I turned pro. So
Yeah,
we're leading from the amateurs, so we go right to the pros. Okay, but yeah, um, yeah, I uh, I fought. Yeah, this was like way into my professional career.
yeah. This like in the
Um,
90s, maybe.
eh, eh?
This was the early 90s, maybe this happened.
Yeah, yeah, that was yeah, in my career while I was fighting. I had a scan, CT scan,
Yeah,
right? I had a CT scan, and it showed up inconclusively that there was a dot on my brain.
yeah,
There was a dot, but it was inconclusive. Nobody knew what it was.
yeah,
The doctor didn't know what it was.
yeah.
So the commission here, Ayashi at the time, he said you can't fight. You can't fight for. So I was out for 10 years, 10 years in my prime, and perfectly, I'm feeling like perfectly normal. I did lots of tests. Perfectly normal. He goes, no, no, can't fight. He showed that on your scan
Wow.
that you got this and you got that. So I said, okay, cool. So I was fighting elsewhere. I
Huh.
was fighting the states. I was
Okay.
fighting the states. Yeah,
Okay. You just couldn't fight in Canada or Ontario.
yeah, Ontario.
Okay. So fighting down in the States. Yeah, very, after the 10 years they did another scan, no dots.
No, no,
And
everything is good.
yeah,
Everything is up to today. I'm good. Like, no problem. I never had one cut in boxing. I had 40 pro fights. Never had a cut. I've been knocked down, but got back up. I never got,
yeah,
not knockout. I got back on my feet and I, continued fighting until, referee stopped the fight. But I never got knocked down, knocked out,
yeah.
or I never got to sustain a cut. So, it's a good achievement. Name of
Yeah.
the game.
No one likes to get hit in the face, you said, right?
Yeah, nobody wants to get in the face. There you go. There you go. Absolutely. No, no, it was a good career. Anything else you want to ask me? That
Oh,
maybe.
tons of stuff. You tell me if you gotta go. You tell
No,
me.
no, no, I don't know. I have to go. I got time
So
with you.
so
Today,
um
yeah, well, I was at the gym last night, so today is my time to relax and
today's
talk to you.
relaxing day. Okay. So
Yeah,
what
and
like
talk.
what were you doing in the gym today? Just like personal training just to keep in shape?
No, yeah, I train a fighter. I train a
Okay.
fighter. I train fighters, and I'm a professional referee, as you know.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. So we could talk about. Okay, we could talk for hours. What I mean, yeah, I got all kinds of stories that
So
I'll
okay,
make.
here's one story I want to know. Um you fought, the name Sean O'Sullivan is
Mm,
as you know is also big in Canada.
yeah,
He was a
big.
champion. I
Mm,
think you called it one of your best or your top career moment. But
yeah.
um, tell me about. Look at that. Tell me about fighting Sean O'Sullivan. He
Oh,
was a buddy of
oh,
yours. What's the
oh,
story?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So oh man, we go back. Me and Sean at the Cabbage Town gym. The Cabbage Town. You know what Cabbage Town gym is?
Yeah, yeah. I've
Yeah,
heard of it. I don't know exactly where it is, but yeah,
yeah. It's down at Parliament. Yeah, down that side, Parliament, and it's a Carlton or wherever it is.
okay.
So Sean O'Sullivan, um, super Olympian, tough amateur fighter,
Yeah,
top of the line. Yeah, he went to the 84 Olympics. Was it 80? Yeah, 84 Olympics. He got a silver medal.
yeah.
I thought he won the gold medal. I'll tell you a little bit about Sean. I thought he won the gold medal. He fought Frank Tate for the gold
Yeah.
medal, and I thought he beat him in L.A. Yeah, and they gave it to the American. You know what I mean? So he didn't have an easy time there too, but he was a terrific amateur fighter, um, and he had lots of amateur fights, lots.
Mm-hmm.
Probably over 200 fights he had.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, because he fought a lot. So anyway, we had the same trainer, Peter Wiley,
Yeah.
um, training us in the pros. So we he went to the Olympics. He got silver medal. He was the biggest thing in Canada for boxing. He was bigger than the Leafs.
He
He
was
was bigger
huge.
than the Argos. He had commercials on TV.
Yep.
He had it all. You know what I mean? The white hope. No, not denying the white hope. He had everything. No joke. He
I
had
remember
everything.
that.
And oh yeah, he was bigger than life. You know what I mean, in Canada. So people got to respect that, what he did. And so anyway, we after 84 Olympics, I decided I'm going to turn pro. So Sean turned pro at the same time,
Okay.
and so I went down to Cabbagetown, and we turned pro under Peter Wiley. Peter Wiley is his trainer from the amateurs, and he continued training Sean at the pro. So I went over to Cabbagetown gym. I started working with Cabbagetown. Got a lot of good fighters: Tony Morrison, Sadiq Sulemana, Asif Dar,
Yeah, yeah.
Barrington Francis. They had lots of good fighters. So that was a place to be because
Okay.
Sean, you know, what I mean, Sean, he was the man at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, Sean was getting lots of fight. So it's a good idea for me to go there, so I could get lots of fight on the undercard of Sean.
Yeah.
So I mean, so build my pro record up. I mean, my resume would be good because I'm fighting under Sean.
Yeah.
Sean is He's Olympian. He's a silver medalist.
Yeah.
He's a white hope, and people will come to see him. It was packed
Yeah.
whenever
And they'll
whenever
see
he
you as well.
fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I fight on his card, and that's how I would get my experience and get my notoriety.
Yeah. And
Yeah, and that's
so
how I get my.
so when it came time to fight him, I read somewhere that you knew. You said, I know what he's gonna do. Like was it arrogance? Like did you have to build yourself up or you just knew? Like you just walk in there and
No,
you
no,
tell me about that.
no, it's not that easy. I knew because we used to train all the time. We used to spar together.
Yeah,
We used to
okay.
spar at the Cabbagetown gym. You know what I mean? Whenever he fights, I would fight because we had the same trainer, Peter Wiley.
Yeah.
Peter Wiley is a police officer that he quit his the police job, and
Yeah.
he's training us at Cabbagetown gym. So whenever Sean fight, we will fight. So I'll be sparring partner for Sean.
Yeah.
So what I mean, I knew exactly what he would do when we fought. When we
Okay.
fought. But anyway, it's a lot. It's it's a thing that Sean Sean was good in his career. You know what I mean? He went on to fight for the North American title. He wanted to fight for the world title, but he fought for the North American title, and he built his record up to like 10-0, like I did. I was at 10-0. He built his record up, and Sean fought for the North American title. He didn't win that. I fought for the Canadian title. I fought for the Canadian title. I won the Canadian title in Halifax. I went that route. Sean went the other route. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean, he wanted to fight for the world title really fast. So they had Mike Trainer training him. Mike Trainer is responsible for Sugar Ray Leonard. So
Wow.
Sean was mixed up with the big boys.
Yeah.
So I was fighting the fight for the Canadian title.
Yeah.
So I won that. I went to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I fought a kid out there by the name of Danny Winters, and I beat him in his hometown.
Yeah.
So I was declared the Canadian champion,
Yeah.
right? Sean, he fought for North American title. He did not win. He lost to Louis Santana. He lost the North American title. So
Yeah.
he decided now, since he lost for the North American title, I want the Canadian title.
Yeah.
And I had the Canadian title. And we had the same coach. So, what I mean, now it's a conflict right now because because he won my title and I had it. We had the same trainer, so
Yeah.
it's time for me to leave that gym because
Oh,
we
you
cannot
had
have
to leave. You're the champion, and you had to leave.
yeah I had a champion because they wanted my title,
Okay.
right? That's his trainer, Peter Wiley. I would
Okay.
just work. Peter Wiley was my trainer also too, but he's more with Sean because Sean was the golden boy. Sean was a silver medalist
Yeah.
of the Olympics. So I said, okay, well, I really I gotta make a decision, and this decision was to leave. You know, what I mean, was to leave. So I went with Irv Hungerman. I started training at Lansdowne Boxing Club. You know, Irv Hungerman, he had George Chavello, and he had Clyde Gray. I don't know if you know these fighters.
Well,
You know
George.
George Chavello.
Yeah, yeah.
George
Wait,
Chavello.
he was still fighting.
Yeah, he was working with George Chavello at the time.
Okay.
George was coming to his end of his career,
Yeah, yeah.
but he had a couple more fights in him,
Okay.
and he had um I just told you his name, Clyde Gray. He had Clyde Gray too.
Okay.
He's a welterweight champion back in the days.
Okay.
He had those guys. He was big in the sport of boxing.
Okay.
Irv Hungerman. You heard
So,
of Irv? You heard of
yeah,
Irv?
yeah. Yeah. Last name I've heard. Yeah.
Irv Hungerman. He had all those guys. He had all those guys. He was the kingpin of boxing. He's like Don King.
He was
He's
Canadian
like
Don King.
he's the Canadian Don King. You got that right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I went with him, and Sean wanted the title. So I got Irv Hungerman to negotiate on behalf of me, and we got together. Sean wanted my title. I had my title. So we got together and we had to put the fight on 88. I remember there was 88 that fight was in Varsity Arena. So we had all the big play up to the fight. We
Yeah.
we trained at Eaton Center. It
Oh,
was
like
big.
an
It was
open gym.
open gym at Eaton Center.
Wow.
We TSN was covering all that, and it was a spectacle. But unfortunately for Sean, we're going forward. We're not talking about even the training part of it. We go right to the fight. You know, what I mean, well, your long story short, you probably know what happened anyway.
Well, I know
You
you
knew what
won for
happened.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So what I mean, the build up to the fight was crazy because we're okay. We're training at the Eaton Center, right? And we there's a big changing room and there's a little changing room. So we had a big beef on that because he wanted to go in the big changing room and he wanted to put me in a little changing room.
Ah, you're the champ,
And,
man.
yeah, so exactly. So me and my trainer, we said no, 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 nothing like that. Nothing is gonna go like that. You're in the small room, we're in the big room, bro. We're the
Yeah.
champ. We don't care what you did in the amateur. This is the pro game. This is the pro game. So there was all kinds of there's a lot of bickering going on before the fight. And my trainer at the time was Chris Amos, and Chris and Sean, they almost got into it to a fight. I had to break them up.
You're a
I had to
trainer.
break them. Yeah, my trainer and Sean. So I had to break them up. Say no, 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 this is not gonna happen. Wait until after my fight. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there was all kinds of thing play up to that fight. It was quite the spectacle, let me tell you. But anyway, we got the fight at Varsity Arena.
Yeah.
It was a sold out crowd, about 6,000 people
Yeah.
at Varsity, and yeah, second round, second round came. Lennox Lewis, he walked me to the ring. We had Lennox in my corner. We had a lot of guys in my corner.
Nice.
It was a big night. You know Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, he's a like how much taller is he than you?
Le- Lennox is he's
He's
six
a
seven.
giant. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
giant.
he is 6'7". Lennox Lewis is 6'7". He's undisputed champion
Yeah.
of the world,
The
heavyweight,
last was he the last undisputed?
undisputed.
He's the
Yeah,
last
the
one, I
last
think.
undisputed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought Tyson, knocked Tyson out.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
fought um, Evander Holyfield, he
He-
fought, yeah, Lennox, he fought everybody.
yeah,
He, yeah. So anyway, Lennox, he walked me to the ring. It was my guy. It was a big night. It was a big night. So I was pumped, ready to
nice.
go. I trained hard. I trained down in Detroit for that fight. At
Okay.
the Kronk gym. With Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
those guys at the gym. Yeah. Um, um, Tommy Hearns. All them guys from
Train
Detroit.
with Tommy Hearns.
Yeah, Tommy Hearns was there. The training where we trained
Yeah.
at the gym in Detroit,
Wow.
The Kronk gym, the Kronk Boxing Club.
It
It's
just
like
sounds mean. Just sounds
yeah,
mean when you see Kronk, man.
the Kronk. Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, it was a great build up to the fight, and we fought second round. I caught his head sticking straight up there with a right hand 1-2,
Yeah.
and down he went, and and he referee called it after the second round because he couldn't continue. And yeah, so I mean, it was success after that.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I read you also worked with Don King.
Yes, 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 yes.
Tell
So
me a Don King story.
yes, Don King story. Bullshit.
I said, oh, relax.
That's Don King for you. That's Don King. So anyway, uh, after Sean, I fought some more fights in the UK. I won the Commonwealth title. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's lots of stories. I won the Commonwealth title. So, I wanted to fight for the world title.
Yeah.
So I need to go with American promoter.
Yeah.
So I consulted down there. And some people got me connected with Don King. So Don King knew of me because
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting up there. I was Canadian champion, Commonwealth champion. So so Don King signed me as soon as he heard of me.
Yeah.
I went down to talk to him in uh, in in Ohio,
Okay.
and he signed me. But before that, I went to talk to Lou Shelly Finkel. Shelly Finkel is with Lou Duva.
Okay.
I went to talk to Shelly Finkel in New York. He wanted to sign me, also too, and I went down there. He took me for lunch in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, try to do the impression that I mean, what he could do for me, what he can do for me, and everything like that. So I said, listen, after the meeting with Shelly Finkel, I said, listen, I think I need to go back to Canada and think about it, give you an answer. I got to think about, I mean, signing the contract with you. So
Yeah.
I went back to Canada. I went back to Canada, and
Yeah.
I told him that, listen, I don't think I'm gonna be signing with you. I'm gonna go a different direction.
Okay.
And he was very upset,
Oh boy.
and he said that you'll never fight for a world title. All I mean, if you don't fight for me, you'll never fight for a world title. Blah 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 blah. And he's giving me all these negative things. But I say, listen, yeah, it's okay. It's cool. I signed with Don King. Don is the man. Don knows how to move fighters.
Yeah.
He knows how to do things properly. So I signed with Don King. Don King got me after 3 fights. I fought for the world title.
Look at that.
Yeah, after 3 fights, I fought in Vegas, two fights, and the third one was in someplace else. I can't remember. I think it was in Jersey, and I fought for the world title against Crisanto Espana, a Venezuelan, big, tall Venezuelan. I'm not good with big guys. Yeah, with tall fighters, I'm not good with tall fighters.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So long story short, he set up the fight. We fought in Old Trafford Stadium. We fought in Old Trafford.
Oh, in England.
50,000. Yeah, 50,000 people. Manchester, England.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 50,000 people came out to see that. It was quite the turnout. I was like,
Yeah.
I was mesmerized with just fighting in front of all these people. I was like, guess I never did that before. and that
Yeah.
never happened to me before. So he was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." So he's like gun shy, stage fright, whatever you want to call it. It was nerve wracking. I didn't have my guys with me. I had all Don King's people. I had
Yeah.
American trainer. My management, my manager was Carl King, his son,
Okay.
and the trainer was, I mean, it's a group of guys that's how they do business. They keep it in a family.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
So
all
they're
their
best friends.
guys and you were almost like the guest.
Yeah, I basically I was like the only one from Toronto going
Yeah.
to the camp. So and they got me the fights and I won and they got me the world title fight. And yeah, it was kind of nerve wracking because none of my guys was there. What I
Wow.
mean, it was in England and I got stopped in the 11th round. And hey, I didn't get a cut,
You didn't get
which is a
cut.
good thing.
Still
Didn't
walked
get
out
cut.
looking good.
They still walked out looking good. So I was happy with that.
All right.
And it is it's tough when you don't have a family member there. I mean,
Hmm.
uh, watching over you at ringside. It makes it tough. I
Yeah.
mean, you think you're tough, but I mean, it's nice to have these people there backing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you. What was your physically toughest opponent? The strongest guy you ever fought in your
I fought a guy. Tough fight. Mickey Hughes. Mickey Hughes was tough as nail.
okay.
He's like a Julio Cesar Chavez kind of fighter.
Hmm.
He hit me a body shot, and I was in one of my fight when I fought him and defend my title because I had a Commonwealth title. To I go overseas and fight.
Yeah.
What I mean, I never. It's very rarely that I fought at home to defend my title because that's where the money is. The
Yeah.
money is like for the Commonwealth title is in England, in the UK or Australia or whatever.
Yeah.
And he hit me one shot to the body in the seventh round. I was stuck. I didn't show it, but I was like, I was like, and we went 12 rounds, and I won the decision 12 rounds. But I think he was one of my toughest fight to date
Wow.
back then. Yeah, he was tough as nails.
I've seen
You know,
fights in the UFC where someone gets hit in the liver and they just drop.
yeah,
What
yeah.
what what is it about the liver shot that just
Oh,
drops people?
oh, I never. Yeah, it was. Yeah, caught there. It was. It, it's worse than getting hit in the face. The liver shot. If you ever got hit there, it just sees like it just cramps everything up inside. What I mean? It freezes up everything. It's like it's a thing that just it just squeezes. It squeezes and it's hard to breathe and it's a cramp. It's a cramp that it
Okay.
takes a second for it to go away again. I mean, maybe about 15 seconds. I was stuck. When it hit me to the body, boom. I was like, ah. I took the pain. Like you gotta take the pain. You take that pain. You know what I mean? And it lasts, and then eventually it just went away because
Wow.
when you train hard, I dedicate a lot of hard training in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that I think that helped me a lot. The hard work in the gym, dedication to the sport, and I think that helped me survive those shots.
Wow.
It's like a hockey player, taking slap shots all day long. When it
Yeah.
comes to a game, you'll be, a tennis player hitting overhand. You're gonna get good at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And me training, learn how to take proper shots. It's not like I want to take shots, but you keep your body fit
Yeah.
and
You got to
things are
be ready
working.
for when you get hit so you know how it
Yeah.
feels.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why you have the sparring and you have your sparring. You spar
Yeah.
with a lot of guys in training, so that way you could prepare yourself for when you get into the combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many years you fought professional? 20 plus years.
Oh yeah, I was off for a while, you know, what I mean, the sport when it came to Canadian the Ontario Commission.
Yeah,
But yeah, I turned pro in 80, 85,
yeah.
85, 85, and my last one was in was it 2000? I have to go back into. I didn't even read my my stats, but I think it was 2008 or nine.
A long time.
Yeah,
When you look back today, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you proud?
yeah. You know, what I mean, I don't really think about it that my accomplishment. I just,
Yeah.
it's something that I got into and I liked, and it's something to be proud of. A lot of people they're more proud of it than me. You know, what I mean,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I'm just like, yo, just a regular guy. It's just a regular guy. I just want to be a regular guy.
What do
You
your
know what I
kids
mean?
think?
They come to the gym. They come to the gym with me and they train. And
Yeah.
they, yeah, but they're all, yeah. That's one thing. I've got two girls and a boy. Two
Okay.
girls and a boy, and they're all graduating university. They all
Congratulations.
graduated. Yeah, my son has got 2 more years. He's the youngest.
Okay.
He's got soccer scholarship. Um,
Congratulations.
yeah, my second girl has a soccer scholarship at Howard University, and my older daughter, she's a teacher. She's finishing up a teaching degree, and
Okay.
in the school at York, and
Okay.
yeah, so everyone's got education.
Yeah.
And then my mom, that's what she always says, education, education, education. So, yeah. Everybody, yeah, education. Yeah, I say, yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to have, absolutely. But if you work hard at whatever you attain yourself to work hard at, I mean, if you don't have that education, if you want to do something besides not having the education, I find today everybody's got education. You know something? Let me tell you something. Besides, everyone's got education, and a lot of jobs today is requiring people with skills.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people today with education, and they want to get into that private sector of
Yeah.
computerized, and it's all taken like it's all
Yeah.
taken up. So I know a lot of people now they revert back to doing uh, I think they work
They're doing
hands
the
on.
trades. Yeah, they're doing the trades,
Trade,
right?
yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
trades. And I find that a lot of people talk. I talk to a lot of kids, and they goes, "I want to do trade, man. I want to do trade. Never mind, never university education. You go to university. If you don't get a scholarship, that tuition is a lot of money
A lot of money.
today. A lot of money. So
Yeah.
and the end of the day, when they come out, they end up they got to pay back that fee,
Yeah.
that tuition.
Yeah.
So
I
so
hear
you
you.
know, so how do you feel about that?
Well, listen, my son's going to university this September. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And he's gonna do science at Western.
But okay,
Um,
nice.
but sometimes, we ask him as parents, what do you want to study? What do you want to be? And then I think to myself, what I do today, I didn't study. Now I'm doing stuff with AI and in
Yeah.
advertising. And when he graduates, there'll be jobs that today don't exist. So who knows what he's
Right.
going to be doing, 5 years
Right.
from now, 10 years from now.
You know.
There'll be people doing stuff that's a job you never would have thought, so who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows?
Exactly. Yeah. I said, I mean, it's great that I mean, they have that education, that university education, which is
Yeah,
great. She got her master's. She graduated in her master at Howard University. I went to the graduation
yeah.
in Washington D.C. They had it at where they played the Washington Wizard
Okay.
in this packed. I couldn't believe so many people, so many graduates. It was
Wow.
it was unbelievable. The it's just the atmosphere. Oh, it was just amazing. Oh my God,
Must have
to
been a
see all
proud
these people.
moment for dad.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. it was tremendous, that she to see her, I mean, from a little tiny little thing, got into soccer, and she's doing well.
Nice.
She's the captain of the team in Howard University, and my son is the captain of St. Thomas Aquinas in New York, just a little bit
Okay.
outside New York. Yeah,
Okay.
Saint he
Good.
goes to
Good.
St. Thomas. Yeah,
Good.
so
Good.
yeah, yeah,
So listen, I had to ask Morgan. I said, because Morgan, he knows
yeah,
what everyone has done in boxing and what people do after boxing. So I said, what, what's give me spill some tea on Donovan.
yeah.
I know about his boxing, and he goes, ask him about stunt work, and I go, stunt work. So I went on Google and I put your name in. I put stuntman, and there's stuff that comes up.
Yeah.
Tell me about this stuntman career. Are you still doing it? How did you even get into this?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got into it through my friends. Howard Green. I mean, is a name that he's in the world of movie
Okay.
and stunts.
Yeah, yeah.
Roy Anderson. Um, these guys are into the yeah. So there's these are guys that I hang out with. And so they said, yeah, come on, I mean, we got some shows, you want to get on? I said, stunt? I said, listen, so yeah, you're physically fit. Once you're physically fit and smart, and you do do the stunt thing. So yeah, I said okay. So I mean, I did I'm an extra member. I end up being an extra member. Back in the days, you got to get a couple of credits back in the
Yeah.
days, and I got the credits. So I became an extra member. And stunt is it's all about who you know,
Okay.
right? You got to know the coordinators. So the
Mm,
coordinators, they heard of my name
yeah.
through boxing and the whole night. Yeah. So that was easy transition. So they said, yeah, come on. So so I went on to, I did Day After Tomorrow, Cinderella Man,
Yeah. That's a boxing
X
movie, Cinderella Man.
Cinderella Man. Yeah, that was a boxing movie. That was
Okay.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe. Yeah, that's a boxing movie. So we did fight scene, the boxing scene, get knocked down and knocked. Yeah, it was. So that was good. Four Brothers. I did Four Brothers with Mark Wahlberg. X-Men with
Okay.
yeah. X-Men was good. We shot in Vancouver, Montreal. We did shooting. Yeah. So I mean, and up to today, we're still in the movie business up to today. Yeah. So uh,
Nice.
and one's coming out this might be this summer, the boxing movie with um the girl there she's from Detroit. It's a boxing movie that she
Okay.
found. Oh, her name just elude me right now. What's her name?
Actress from Detroit.
Yeah, the act she's a fighter.
Oh,
She's
okay.
a fighter, and they're making a movie of her. She won the Olympian. I think she won the gold medal. She's a
Oh,
world champion.
Clarissa Shields.
Clarissa, yeah, Clarissa. Oh my God,
Yeah.
I gotta forget Clarissa. Yeah, she won the world title in
Yeah, yeah,
boxing.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a movie. There's a movie coming out this summer. I was playing a referee in that movie with her. Yeah,
Okay.
so she's on the big screen this summer. I mean,
Look
yeah.
at you, man.
So yeah, I got into a lot of things. I work for the city of Toronto.
Okay.
I work for the city of Toronto. And I do I try to keep myself busy by doing lot of different things. I train fighters, I referee, a WBC referee. Um, I think I'm the only fighter that fought for a world title and referee a world title fight.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
so
Yeah, I
that's
mean
my claim to
it's
fame,
amazing that you've stayed in the sport,
right?
training and refereeing. As a referee, first of all, as a boxer, I'm
Mhm.
sure you got upset at referees a bunch, pulling you away or messing
Oh,
with you, whatever. Uh,
oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's why I got into the refereeing
yeah.
because I was in a one of my last fights. before I was in my 40s, and I fought for 46, I think it was, after they gave me my license back in Ontario. I
Yeah.
fought I fought for the Canadian title, and I hit the boy right at belt line, above his belt
Yeah.
line, and
Yeah.
and he yelled out, and he started screaming my name, profanity, and the referee today, uh, Dave Dunbar. I'm, you know, what I mean, I'm mentioning his name because I got nothing to hide. Dave Dunbar, call it a low blow, and it was clear. I've got it on tape, clearly above his waistline. It took
Huh.
points off me, and I at the end was I lost the decision due to that. And so that's why I say, listen, man, I want to. Why can't fighters, what I mean, referee the sport that they've been in?
Yeah.
I mean, made good calls. You know what the fighters are going through in a
Yeah.
way. You know when to stop the fight, and I think that refereeing as an ex-fighter, if you're capable of doing it, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I don't see why you can't do it. And so that's what I'm doing. I referee, and I referee I referee world title fights, three of them so far.
Nice. That is
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Um,
So
wow. Let me ask you about the state of boxing
yeah, sure.
today. We've got Mike Tyson uh
Mm-hmm.
gonna fight this guy Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Um, is this good for boxing? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, funny, we talk about that today. Talk about that. We always talk about these guys that, where I work in the city. I was talking boxing to me,
Yeah.
and they go, "What do you think? What do you think about that Jake Paul, Tyson fight?" I say, "Listen, combat sport is good for the sport of boxing. Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Once, what I mean, it's been, they're not fighting MMA. They're fighting boxing.
Yeah.
So, it's good to see, I mean, boxing in the forefront of these big fights,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, would tune in because it's boxing. It's not MMA. It's
Yeah.
boxing, and you know, I think these guys are doing a combat sport. They're doing their combat sport, right?
Yeah.
It's a combat sport thing, and once it's combat sport, I don't mind. I got nothing against somebody try to do positive and try to make a living
Yeah.
doing what they're good at. If they train at something and they're good at it, I don't see why they can't use that and make a living if they're good at it.
For sure.
So I don't find I don't have nothing bad to say about MMA or Jake Paul fighting Tyson. I think it's a good thing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The world will be watching, even though they say that they're not gonna watch. You know what I mean? They will be watching because it's Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
and Jake Paul is a big he's a big guy for
YouTube guy. Yeah. He's
he,
a big
he's a
name.
YouTube, yeah, he's a big name when it comes to YouTube and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so he's one of those kind of guys. But yeah, I think Tyson, everyone's saying that he's gonna win. It's not gonna be easy because Tyson been away from the sport of boxing for a while,
Yeah.
right? He's been away from the sport. He's been doing his marijuana thing, and I'm sure he's been smoking his marijuana thing. He's been drinking, having a good time, living his life.
Yeah.
And for him to come back, you know what I mean? He's training hard. He looks good, you know what I mean, hitting the pad work, you know what I mean? But going into the ring, he's fighting a younger guy. He's fighting a younger Jake Paul. He's 26 years old. He's prime. He doesn't have the experience
And
as
how old is
a
Tyson?
Tyson.
60 something? How old is he now?
He's gonna be 59, 60, something like that.
Yeah. Twice as old.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm telling people it's gonna be very interesting. Like our fights are, it's interesting. But
Yeah.
as far as who's gonna win, I'm not really.
You're
I
not a
don't want to
betting
see
man.
Tyson. I don't want to see Tyson lose,
Yeah.
right? And I don't want
Sure.
to see Jake Paul win.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, so is that fair enough?
Yeah. 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 I mean, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, I remember like watching his fights. He was just he wasn't the biggest guy, but he's like
He's solid. You
it
know,
was
what I
like
mean,
when
he's
he it was almost like he was jumping when he was punching. It was like in the air, it felt like, you know,
oh
hitting
yeah,
people so much bigger than him.
right. He's
You
got
know?
the that physique of a little tank.
Yeah,
You know, he's like a little Russian tank that's coming at you.
it
He's gonna
was
explode you. He's gonna bust you up. So
yeah,
yeah. You know, it's gonna be interesting. You know, I mean, I just want to see because you know, I mean, his marijuana stuff. You know, that's I'm sure that's gonna play. That's gonna play something.
yeah.
If this guy's smart, he would stay away from Tyson for a couple of rounds and
Tire
see
him
what.
out.
Yeah, I could. That's the only thing I could see his chance.
Yeah,
You know, but it's gonna be interesting. I'll be tuning in.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It was good to see him lose to what was that dude's name? The heavyweight champion's brother. Was it younger brother, Tommy Fury? He lost to Tommy Fury, I think.
Oh, yeah. You talking about Jake Paul?
Yeah. Was it Jake Paul who lost to Tommy Fury or one of the Pauls? I can't remember. I can't keep up.
Yeah. I think Jake Paul is brother. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I can't really follow. There's too much thing for me to follow. I can't remember all these fights. Right after fights, you know. What I mean, but right now, what's going on is Ryan Garcia is you know we talk about Ryan Garcia. You know
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
won his last fight. Yeah.
He just fought Haney.
Yeah.
You know, a couple weeks ago. And you know, is that was interesting. They're saying that he took steroids. He took some kind of form of
Oh,
steroids. Did you hear about it?
I did not hear. I saw him like was he with cigars and like afterwards he's like lots of drinking and smoking and making videos and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
no, I didn't hear.
he's a YouTube guy too.
Is he
He's got
really? Okay.
he's got lots of following, but he's a boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy of the sport. He's like Oscar De La Hoya back in the days.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you know he fought Haney and he said yeah, a week after the fight he was tested positive for banned substance.
Okay.
It's almost like Ben Johnson
Ben
after that big
Johnson.
race, the Olympic
Yeah.
race, he was tested positive and they
Yeah.
took away his gold medal.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna take away from Ryan Garcia,
Take away
but
his. Yeah. They've already paid
yeah,
him, right? So I don't know. Can you take
yeah.
the money back?
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna give the money back.
No. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So I spent it on drinks and cigars. So who knows?
Exactly. So you know what I mean. So that's a good division going on right now. 140-pound division.
Yeah.
The lightweight guys. So it's very interesting, and that's what's keeping boxing alive. Tyson Fury's fighting soon. He's gonna fight Usyk. That's gonna be a big fight coming up. So there's a lot of people that was asking me, "Yeah, is boxing dead? Is boxing dead?" I said, "No, buddy, boxing is still alive. Boxing is alive. You know what I mean? Just because it's not alive in Canada like that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's alive elsewhere in the world. Boxing is the oldest combat sport. It will never die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they always got interested fighters fighting all the time. You know, the way YouTube and everything is going on today, um, it's fascinating, and you could see the fighters more, on your computer, and you relate to them that way. But it's interesting, and I don't think it's gonna ever gonna go away.
Donovan, how come you haven't read or written a book?
Right. It's funny. We're in. I was writing a book, and a buddy of mine says, "Listen, I will do it for you. Never mind the writer that you have. Let me write it for you." So I said, "Fine." I took my book away from the writer that was going to write it, and I
Yeah.
gave it to a buddy of mine that is he used to work for the Star.
Okay.
He worked for the Toronto Star, and so he's actually I got a meeting with him tomorrow too.
Okay.
So he's got all my info. He knows everything. He comes to the fights all the time, so he knows a lot more than the other guy that was going to write my book.
Tell him to hurry up,
So
man.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so yeah. He's kind of he's a poet, and he so we're gonna have a meeting tomorrow again about the book, and to see what they're. He's got lots of stories on my career. So he's gonna put it to paper, and we're gonna get it out there. I fought a lot in England, so we're gonna try to do a thing in England with my book. England was a place for me. Back in the days, the Commonwealth title, it was like a
Yeah,
world championship for the England,
yeah,
for English people, and I won that. I keep beating them every time I go. I go to England, I beat them, defend the title, won the title in Scotland, defended my title a lot in England, and yeah, so it's a place to showcase my book when if the Canadians don't like it, I'm gonna showcase it in the British Isle.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. Um, do you have a
but
working title? Like, do you know what it's going to be called, or?
yeah, there's a lot of things that I could use, but we haven't really knock something as we speak. We didn't put it
Yeah,
to say, yeah, we're gonna call it this. There's a lot of things that we want to get the right thing, the right
good.
thing to call it. So we're
Yeah,
still in the process of doing that. But yeah, it's gonna be something interesting.
yeah. Well, Donovan, I
Yeah,
hope when it comes out and it's released and published, I
yeah.
hope you'll come back on again and we can talk about some stories, some more
Oh,
stories.
well, absolutely. This is a fast talk with you, but there's so much things that I could tell you. With Don King, there's so much things that fighting in England. There's so much more things that with Sean O'Sullivan fight. Losing my title in no, not losing my title, losing for the North American title also too. What I mean, you take the good with the bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but I came out of the sports pretty good. I came out of it not getting a cut, which I'm happy about. And yeah, my mom is not she's not too sad that I got hurt. She's
yeah.
happy that I didn't get hurt.
And the
Yeah,
kid
so
and the grandkids have their education, so she's happy.
yeah, exactly. That's the thing. My son, he's a good soccer player, so I mean, we'll see where he's gonna go with his soccer endeavors,
Yeah.
and he wants to be a 5-0 guy, so he's taking criminology. Yeah, so
Okay.
he's taking criminology,
Okay.
and the
Okay.
girls they're into finance and they're into business,
There you go.
and
They want to
yeah,
make
my
some
daughter.
money.
No, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, I mean, for them, yeah, that's I
Yeah.
want, yeah, I like to see they're doing good. Everything is tough right now. In today's world, everything is tough.
Yeah.
So I think education, I mean,
You gotta be
eventually,
smart, resourceful.
yeah, resourceful. You can do lots of different things when it comes to working the computers or different stuff that they want to do.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think it's gonna be, yeah. So yeah. It was a pleasure, talking to you, and
Thank
definitely
you. I
anything
appreciate it.
else, anything you want to ask me. I know I talk a lot.
I love it when I love it when my guests talk. They don't need to hear from me. They need to hear
you know.
they
Oh, what do you
do
what do
you
you hear from you?
do you still get to keep the belt? Do you still have it? Do you
Oh
just
yeah,
carry
yeah.
it? Is it in
I've
your
got the belt.
closet?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I've got the belt. But one thing I have to tell you about the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
I, after the fight, we didn't receive a Commonwealth title belt. So we're working on trying to get a Commonwealth title belt. We won. We were so ecstatic.
Yeah.
We won in Scotland. We came back without a belt. We're screaming and yelling, and we're top of the world. We're supposed to lose there. We're supposed to lose, and
Oh,
we
that's
won.
why there was no belt for you because they didn't think you were
Yeah, there
gonna
was no belt.
win.
There was no belt for us. And the Commonwealth belt is nice. It's a beautiful belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because I go to these WBC conference,
Yeah.
and the guy and the owner and the guys there from England, they're there, and so they gave me a little
Oh,
plaque.
come on.
Yeah, I said no, 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 no. I need my belt, man. I need my belt. I need a Commonwealth belt. He goes, it's very expensive. I said, I don't care how much it costs. I want that legit. It's on
Yeah.
TV. I want the belt. I need my belt. And so that's something that we're fighting with
Still today.
The British Board of the British Board of Boxing. I haven't received my belt. So maybe if you could put something out there in the universe, let them know that, Boucher wants his Commonwealth belt. I haven't
Where's
received it.
Boucher's belt?
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna lobby for my belt. I'm lobbying for my belt. My trainer is crazy. He's going crazy. He goes, we need our belt. This is our legacy. It's a legacy. It's
Yeah,
something that we accomplished, something that we won.
absolutely.
It's like Toronto Maple Leaf. They win the Stanley Cup and they never receive
No
it.
cup.
Yeah, they're
That's
saying, oh,
disgusting.
we can't find it. We can't, so I need my belt. I'm very, yeah. It's like distraught. I need my belt, and
Wow.
we've been talking to them forever. I called them, and they're saying, oh, well, it's expensive, the belt. So, we don't care if it's expensive.
These
We need
these
our belt.
these commissions got money, man. Tell them,
Yeah,
get me.
exactly. There you
Yeah.
go. They got money.
Would have been
Yeah,
less expensive if they gave it to you when you won it.
yeah, there you go. So all that's gonna be in the book. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that are gonna be in the book. Don King, yeah, and he's gonna be in the book. He was Don King. He made me money. He made me money. But he said a lot of people that he didn't make money. But the thing with Don King, I just tell you a quick story with Don
Yeah,
King.
yeah,
Don King, he'll get you the money. He'll get you the fights that to make the money. But the thing is, a lot of fighters when they fight, they go to the titty bar, if you want to call it that, and they
yeah.
blow their money and whatever and they come back to Don King and say, Don King, what I mean, where's my money? And I got no money. If Don King is it's like a business. Don King he's the president. He pays you what he pays you for fighting. And then after you want to blow your money, you can't go back to Don King and say, listen, man, I don't know what happened with Tyson with him, but people are saying that he stole money from Tyson. I wasn't there.
Yeah,
That's what people say. But for us guys, he made a lot of guys millionaire. He made a lot of guys a lot of money.
yeah.
Don King. So there's other promoters out there, the Lou Duvers of the world, the Shelly Finkles, the Bob Arum. They they do the same thing that Don King is doing. He pays the fighter,
Yeah,
and the fighter goes and blows his money. That's not Don. He can't blame that on Don King. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Don King pays these guys well, really well. Some of these guys they got no education and they're getting paid well. They're fighters. I understand. Yeah, what I mean? They're with people that take their money. Maybe accountant.
yeah.
People that are supposed to put their money up. Felix Trinidad, perfect example.
Yep, yep.
I don't know if you heard of him. His investors they stole a lot of money from him. He's broke today. Felix Trinidad, that happened. What I mean, when you, I guess education plays a part when it comes to that.
Got to figure out
If you
how to
don't have
keep it, right?
how to keep it, yeah.
Yeah,
And if you trust people that that you think that they're gonna
yeah. The
take care
wrong
of
people.
your money, your finance, then you're in the wrong boat.
Yeah.
Razor Ruddock, his brother stole a lot of money from him.
Razors
Delroy,
stole money from him.
yeah, Delroy Ruddock.
Jesus Christ.
It's a known thing.
If you can't trust your family, who can you trust, man?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. So it's a tough world for fighters. But
Yeah,
hopefully you're with somebody that's honest and they're gonna pay you the money that you deserve, and you live your life as a former fighter.
yeah.
That's how life goes. But there's that kinds of stories to tell you, stories to tell you.
I want to talk to you forever. I'm going to wait, Donovan. Listen, I'm going to wait for your book.
Yeah,
Publish
thank
it.
you.
Publish it quick. I'm going to get a
Yeah,
hold of it. I'm going to read it, and then we're gonna talk again.
absolutely. No,
Good.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting on my guy tomorrow. We got a meeting tomorrow, so
Good.
I'm getting on him so that way we can get this thing done.
Yeah, yeah. Good. Listen, before I let you go, I read somewhere about your workout regiment. I don't know if it was an old one or a new one, you do like finger push-ups and stuff. So
Yeah, I
for
still
for
do that.
all of the 50-year-old dads who are my buddies who are trying to
Yeah.
get in shape, tell me your morning workout routine.
Well, right now I do sit-ups. I used to do 100, but I got it down to 80 sit-ups. 80 sit-ups every morning. I do that. Saturdays and Sundays I really don't do the sit-ups. I give my abdominal a break.
Yeah.
Um, I do sit-ups and do push-ups. It used to be 30 push-ups on the fingers. Now I
Yeah.
get it down to 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still maintain running. I try to run at least 30, 40 minutes a week on a treadmill. So I
Okay.
work out, but yeah, in the morning I stretch, before I go to work.
Yeah.
I work for the city of Toronto, work in Toronto Water. So, I do my little preparation before I get to
Yeah.
the office.
Yeah.
Want to call it the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. We call it the barn
The
before we get to the
barn.
barn. Yeah, we call it the barn. Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, I do my sit-ups and push-ups in the morning.
Awesome.
And I do my running. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I do. That's
All
what I do.
right.
I still keep in shape. I stretch a little bit. I stretch, keep in
Yeah.
shape. Yeah.
Good.
The wrists, the fingers. I stretch the ankles. I stretch the calves, the triceps, biceps. I stretch everything.
All right.
Finger stretching. I do some stretching like this. Stretch those arms, those ligaments. There's lots of ligaments in there that could be stretched. And if you don't stretch, everything's gonna eventually it's gonna break on you.
Yeah.
It's like a car. If you don't tune it up, it's gonna break down on you.
Yeah.
Right? So
Got to
we gotta
keep
keep
moving.
it you gotta keep it moving. Exactly. What I'm talking about. Keep it
Awesome.
moving, keep everything lubricated.
I hear
Keep
you.
it lubricated.
I hear you.
Yeah.
When's your next boxing match that you're refereeing? Do you know?
Yeah, we got one coming up. I usually ref at casino, the
Okay.
casino Woodbine. We ref at my fighter just fought, so I usually ref at Rebel Nightclub
Okay.
and the casinos, Red Owl in Brampton, in Mississauga, Brampton.
Okay.
Yeah, Niagara Falls, we referee Niagara Falls. We referee places like that.
Okay,
But
man.
the next one coming up, I was supposed to go referee, but it got postponed for a later date. So that's coming up in sometime in June.
All right, man.
Referee.
Donovan
Yeah.
Boucher, it has been a pleasure. It's been an honor chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time and all the best, man. Enjoy your dinner.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'm gonna go eat some food now. I'm gonna have some fish. Yeah, it's a pleasure talking to you. Uh, so yeah, definitely. Anytime we could get together and we could do some talking, boxing, to see how everything is going. It's an honor, and it's great talking to guys that's interested in the sport of boxing. What got you interested in talking to fighters?
I mean, I've spoken with um Spider Jones. That was years ago.
Oh, Spider, my
Yeah,
boy.
I spoke with him, but no, I've just never been introduced or connected with a boxer before. Somebody introduced me to when Spider used to do the radio show.
Yeah.
I had a buddy of mine that used to produce for him.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
So we were buddies, and he said, "Hey, if you ever want to speak to Spider on your podcast, let me know." And this was years ago, so we've
Right,
spoken a
yeah.
couple of times. Yeah.
No,
But I mean, I would love to talk to, boxers from, when I was younger, like
yeah. Yeah, or 50 plus guys.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
just to reminisce.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, man. It's nice to, talk and a lot of I miss a lot of stuff by talking to you because there's so much things to talk about.
Yeah,
There's so much things to talk about, and I can't fit everything in the time frame that we got, that short window,
yeah,
an hour or an hour and a half. It's so you gotta read the rest of the stuff in the book.
for
There,
sure.
there, Yeah, absolutely. You gotta read the rest of the stuff in the
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
I let you know what happened with Don King's office. You know, I mean, fighters destroy it. You know.
Nice, man. Well, listen, we'll keep people guessing. We want people to buy your book when it comes out,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and
Yeah,
but
absolutely,
we'll
absolutely.
have you back on, and maybe, after some of these big fights, I'll give you a call and you can tell me your thoughts on some of these fights.
Absolutely. There you go.
Yeah.
We could talk about the fights. We could talk about the fights anytime.
All right, buddy. Thank you
All
so much.
right. Take care of yourself, my man.
Take care.
All
I'll
right.
I'll
Respect.
I'll link
Thank
I'll
you.
link you when it's live.
All right.
All right.
Great.
Take
Take
care,
care.
buddy.
Okay.
Ciao.
Bye-bye. Bye.